Are you thinking about subletting your rental property in the province of Alberta, either as a tenant or a landlord? This could be a very risky proposition. I know tenants get themselves in a situation where they feel like they need to break their lease, get out of a lease early for some reason. It doesn't really matter the reason. So they think they're going to help out the landlord and themselves by finding a new person to take over or sublet their lease. Now, this is really not a good idea. Most leases, mine included, have a clause in there that you are not allowed to sublet. And that does mean finding somebody else to take over your lease. If you find somebody that wants to take over your lease, we're just terminating your lease and we're going to approve the new person as a tenant. So they would have to go through all the screening processes just like you did. So if you sublet, you're violating your lease, and the sublet tenant now becomes your tenant, not the tenant of the landlord, as you're the current tenant on file. So if your sublease tenant does anything that would be in jeopardy of legal action or cost towards you, they damage the property, they disturb the neighbors, they fail to pay rent, you as the original tenant are the one that is affected by their actions. So subletting is really not a good thing when it comes to trying to get out of a lease. My suggestion is talk to your landlord, find a solution. If you need to break that lease, the landlord can try to find somebody else to take on that lease. Once they find somebody, you now become non-tenant, because we can't have two tenants on a property. You would be off of your lease. That is by far the best way to get out of a bad situation, rather than finding a sublet. Subletting is dangerous for everybody involved.